Up next, the Trailblazers taking on the Nets. For Portland, live coverage of the NBA here on 2K. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. The starters for the Portland Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. And for the Nets, we've got Harden. Jordan is out there with Durant, then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Harris in at the 3. The 3 from Harden. Portland grabs the miss.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And instead of just swinging the ball around the perimeter, Clark, both these teams like to run offense through the post.
And I love that, Kevin. We don't see it very often, but you're right. Both of these teams emphatic about getting the ball inside, putting pressure on the defense by driving it inside or passing it into the post. And it allows both of them to play a very high-quality inside-out game.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And here's Portland. It's a 3-point game. From downtown. And it's Durant with the rebound.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. We played just over a minute here in the first. The shot by Powell, no good. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Irving. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Knifing through the defense like warm butter on a biscuit. Irving knows how to get to the rim.
Lillard against Harden. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Portland shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Harden kicks to Irving. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Irving's got his second basket of the night.
Well, you simply can't guard that. Irving's just too nimble. Easily gets himself free of the defender.
Lillard looking around. It's good from about 19 feet.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Harden outside. There's the pass to Irving. Stolen by McCollum. And now Lillard running the floor all by. That was a strong dunk.
Ever the opportunist, McCollum probing for a weakness, finds one and exploits it.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Nets trail by 5. Covington with the steal. Nurkic finds Powell. And stolen by Jordan. 1:53 left here in the first quarter. Chalk up 2 there.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. They get it back.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
Harden dishes to KD. Shoots over Covington. 6 to shoot. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist from KD.
Would have been impossible for KD to miss his teammate there. He was wide open.
Lillard against Harden. From deep. And it's Damian Lillard with the three. Lillard's got 9.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Pass to Irving. Outside for Durant. Covington with the steal. McCollum with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. There's the lob to Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Here's Harris. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
You know, shot fakes like this from Harris prove how fundamentally sound he is and how good he is at fooling defenders.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Blake Griffin. He's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Bruce Brown in for Irving. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor, he's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He comes away. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is...
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Nets. Green is out there with Griffin. Then it's Joe Harris. Then it's Harden, and it's Brown in at the shooting guard position.
Remarkable speed in transition from Harden, sprinting ahead of everybody, putting himself in a great spot there.
Brown against McCollum. Cantor inside, and that one good. Cantor's got his first 2 points.
And usually amongst the leaders in that offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
And here's Harden. He has 6. Johnson, he's checked in for the Nets. Irving comes in for James Harden. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Irving.
Outstanding body control there by Kyrie. I mean, he continues to score on tough defense, and it never fails to amaze me how he's able to do that so often.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
And so Green will bring it up for the Nets. Only giving up 2 points this quarter.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
And it's Brown missing. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Lobs it up for Anthony. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team, and in this case it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Here's Johnson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
1:57 left now here in the second. Anthony taking his time here. Shot clock at 5. Jones. Cantor's shot is off.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. So for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Griffin. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Green, and it's Kevin Durant in for Johnson. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Jones. Powell, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Here's Nurkic, uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Outside Irving. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Irving, excellent at converting with either hand. He's got a special talent for finishing in the lane.
Here's Powell. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And there's the call on Durant. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
The Nets making a switch here. Harden's checked in. Kicks it out to Lillard. Over Harden. And it's Lillard missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
KD passes to Jordan. Durant against Anthony. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Jordan. KD's got the game tied up here for the Nets. Lillard against Harden. Lillard, right side. The 3. That one, no good. So the clock runs out with the... Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They only had a couple rough stretches, and that...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Passes to Shamet. Harden against Powell. The wide open look for Durant. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And the Nets lead by 2. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Lillard with it. He's got 11. Pass to Powell. There's the 3. No good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
From down low, Shamet kicks to Harden. From deep. Now, here's Shamet, guarded closely. Here's Jordan. The shot, no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. And there's the call on Durant. That's his third foul of the game. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Nets. Portland also making some changes. Cantor, he's checked in for Nurkic. Derek Jones comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And the pass to Cantor. McCollum outside. This one for three. Brooklyn with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half.
Get on stage.
Al Harden, he's got 6. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Pass to Shamet. Here's Jordan. Now, here's Shamet. Good D by Jones. The 3 from McCollum. Rebound, Brooklyn. Griffin's got 4 rebounds in this game. KD with the bucket.
You know, the timing Durant had. Does a nice job, really excels at pulling up and then stopping on the dime, straight up, straight down off the dribble and delivering.
Passes it to Powell. They could use a bucket. And he gets the whistle. 2 free. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
The free throw drops for Powell. He's perfect from the line this time. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Brooklyn. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Pass to Claxton. Crafty move. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Claxton's got the lead up to 4 now for Brooklyn.
Well, it's fun watching Irving share the ball. I mean, when he concentrates on running the offense, this team is really dangerous.
Jones for 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. 1:25 left in the third quarter. Green passes to Irving. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
That's good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Here's Simons, and he jams it with authority.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Jacks up a 3, and here's Green outside. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. Trailblazers trail by 5. It's Powell on the wing. Portland moving the ball around. Jones, no one around him. His 3-pointers off the mark. For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. And that one's good. Shamet.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Here's Powell. He kicks it to Cantor. And it's Irving with the rebound. Nets leading by 7. The layup off target.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Cantor, rebounded by the Nets. Irving looking over the floor, and the layup falls. Irving's got 15 points.
Tell you what, I don't think there's been a single shot that Irving has wanted and didn't get so far.
No good on the shot. And so it's Brooklyn. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead is... And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. On out there with Irving, and it's Green. Then there's Harris, and it's Claxton in at the center position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Harris, no good. Trailblazers trail by 9. Covington kicks to Powell. Lillard, right side. Great tee that time from Green. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Harris passes to Claxton. And the layup's good off the glass. Claxton's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Nets.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Powell for 3. No good that time. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Irving with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Brown, good. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his specialty?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
Here's Irving. The pass to Claxton. The kick out to Irving. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got rebound number 8 now on the night. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Kevin Durant comes in for Joe Harris. And it's James Harden in for Irving. Pass to Powell. Back to McCollum. Shot on the wing. And too long on the shot.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
And there's Brown. That's good on the assist by KD. Brown's got the lead up to 13 now for the Nets. Passes it to McCollum. From deep three-point range. Trailblazers keep it alive. Powell, no one around him. The putback. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's Harden on the wing. Covered by Lillard. Harden dishes to Jordan. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. Here's Lillard, and then Lillard slams it in.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Harden against Lillard. It's Harden with the drive, and it's Harden slamming it down.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Lillard outside. On deep from beyond the arc, and then some.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Pass to Brown. Here's Harden on the wing. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Harden's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Guys, it's hard to shake Harden off his game. He's so strong and skilled. He keeps his balance right where he needs it.
McCollum kicks to Lillard. The dish to Nurkic. Just 5 to shoot. Here's McCollum. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Never seems to shy away from playing in attack mode. McCollum likes to keep the pressure on the D.
And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Nets, Griffin comes in for Jeff Green. And Irving subbed in for Bruce Brown. No good from Irving.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
It's good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And when it matters most, the coach has the confidence that McCollum will deliver.
Lillard against Harden. Outside Irving. In the corner, it's Griffin. Jordan the pass to Irving. For 3, Durant. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a...
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg. Great game.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Coming right up, the Clippers. It's the NBA on 2K. Both teams tonight dealing with some injury. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
Here we go. And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
So the net starting 5. Durant is out there with Harris. Then it's Harden. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Irving in at the 2 spot. And for the Clippers, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Jackson. And it's George in at the 2-guard spot. And the first shot of the night for him missing. Irving against Jackson. Harden has a wide open look. And a miss there on the triple.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammates. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injury slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. Now here's Harden. Shot from 16. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. On the wing, Morris. Pass to Zubac. Plenty of space. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
It's amazing everything Leonard gives you, including the eyes to find the open man.
Harden against George. To the inside, Jordan. Traps in the short one.
They finally hit one after missing 3 straight.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Irving against George. Outside Jackson. From 13, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
They have really found a rhythm here early. 4 for 5 to start this game.
Harden outside. Misses the 3.
Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find some kind of rhythm.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the night.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Jeff Green is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Here's Cousins. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Nets trail by 8. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are 2 guys that still are very reliable.
And it's the Clippers' ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. And that one is good. Leonard's got 8 points.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Harden against Rondo. Green dishes to Harden. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
Pass to Leonard from outside the arc. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Here's Harden. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Harden's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Rondo passes to Leonard. to the wing right side. Cousins, no one around him. And it's Durant with the rebound. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 9 points.
Not going to be Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Here's George. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a comfortable margin here for the Clippers guys.
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Nets. On out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Durant, then there's Griffin, and it's Claxton in at the four-man position. Now here's Cousins. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
And this is what you like about Cousins. Has the power, has the length, but then has these crafty little moves like that up fake.
He hits both from the stripe. Nets trail by 14. Irving looking over the floor. And stolen by Cousins. From deep three-point range, the shot no good. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Pass to Irving. That's in, coming off the assist from KD. Irving's got his first bucket in this one.
That takes poise, patience, and vision. Great pass by Kevin Durant.
And there's the pass to Cousins. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
That shot by Griffin, no good. Clippers leading by 12.
I mean, hard to fathom that Blake Griffin is becoming one of the more prolific three-point shooters among NBA big men.
Greg, it was a shot he barely attempted through his first 6 seasons in the league. Now he's made it a key part of his arsenal. Just 6'1", but not many players more physical than Patrick Beverley.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
A nice shot by Irving. Irving's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Beverley, the pass to Mann. It's hauled in by Claxton. Nets trail by 12. Pass to KD. Nails the baby hook.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Clippers have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Irving against Beverley. Passes it to Kennard. Back to Beverley. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Cousins. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Now, here is Irving. There's 1:54 left to play here in the half. Here's Durant. Buries it down low. Durant's got his second basket of the game.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Beverley, the pass to Cousins. Pass to Kennard. Releases. And it's Griffin with the rebound.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
Here's Durant. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Clippers leading by 10. Kennard with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. And Cousins throws it down.
I loved him being aggressive right there. DeMarcus is a big target at the rim.
Irving against Kennard. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Shooting much better this quarter than last. You can see his confidence growing.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And a new group in for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Griffin. Green comes in for Nicholas Claxton. Joe Harris is checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's James Harden in for Brown. Now, here's George. No points in the game yet for him. Leonard dishes to Morris. Back to Leonard. Now the pass to Zubac. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Here is Harden. He has 6. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Shoots from 12. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Clippers leading by 9. Leonard the pass to Morris. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Morris has got his first bucket of the night.
An efficient score inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
Here is Harden. And he uses the glass on the layup. Harden's got 8 points.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And so it's Los Angeles, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Well, the story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He had 14 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. What'd you think? And that's...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the 4. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Now, here's George. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Harris against Leonard. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game, because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
He'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
That free throw missing.
And it's intriguing. Early on, critics questioned DeAndre's commitment to the game, but boy, has he answered them back.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. They've led by as many as 14 points. Pass to Leonard, shoots the 3. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. A second chance effort. No good from Zubac. Nets trail by 8. Harris outside. Jordan kicks to Harris. And the rejection by Zubac. Outside, George. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Griffin's checked in for the Nets. Bruce Brown comes in for Kyrie Irving. And the rejection by Zubac.
Blake is so hard to guard off the dribble, and he has the elevation to go over you, but he is strong enough to absorb contact and get to the line.
The Nets have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Patrick Beverley comes in for George. Griffin hits them both. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. And here's Beverley. Pass to Zubac. That's tipped. Kennard on the wing. Back to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tools, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Brown, good.
Great look by Blake Griffin. When your foreman has that ability to pass the basketball, it's a major advantage.
Rondo scanning the floor. Pass to Kennard. Feeds to Batum. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got rebound number 5 here tonight. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Brown. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Now Beverley outside Rondo. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Brown with it, and Batum picks him up defensively. From deep. It's hauled in by Beverley. Los Angeles leading by 6. And Rondo gets it to go on the assist by Beverley. Rondo's got his second basket of the night.
Rondo is a pro in transition. He can flat out get it done.
Harden the pass to Griffin. Harden against Batum. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum. So both teams changing it up here. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Shot clock at 3. Here's Green. Here's Claxton. Makes it off the glass.
Relentless on the offensive glass, and then you love the finish.
Rondo with the ball. The pass to Kennard. Lets it fly. And that one goes long.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Here's Harden. Here's Green. Pass to Claxton. And here's Harris from the arc. But they get it back. Over in the corner, Green. Goes up again. Can't get the layup. He gets it up. The shot, no good. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Durant is out there with Green. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Harden. And it's Claxton in at the 5 spot. Now here's Jackson. Batum. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Batum's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Clippers. Nets trail by 8. Now, here is Harden. Deflects the pass. Batum with the steal. And the shot is good.
He doesn't need much time to get his shot off. Paul George is a dependable catch-and-shoot option.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
It's Harden with the drive. Good work there as it goes.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
George looking around. Leonard dishes to George. Knocks down the 3 ball.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Harden way outside. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've led by as many as 14 points. Here's Irving. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
I like this from Kyrie. Looking for a high percentage shot, settling for nothing less.
Jackson finds George. Beyond the arc. And again, Los Angeles with a triple.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Harden against George. Harden, no good.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
Leonard kicks to Jackson. Down low and stolen by Kyrie Irving. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Harden. That one doesn't go. Great D that time from Leonard. Clippers leading by 12. Jackson passes to Leonard. From outside, off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Passes it to Green. And a wide open look for Irving. And the 3 off target.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
A 3 from Leonard. Rebound, Brooklyn. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Irving. It doesn't go for him. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Here's George. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Nets trail by 12. Harden with room to shoot. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Harden's got 4 this quarter.
I mean, how many spots on the floor is Harden not effective from? I'll tell you, not many.
Outside, George. Back to Jackson. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Durant. KD's got his 4th rebound in this one. The 3 from Harden. It's good from long range. Harden's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Nets.
That play is made because of Kyrie's vision and his willingness to share the basketball.
Jackson kicks to Batum. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down. And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Now here's Jackson. 36 seconds left to play in the final quarter. He gets it in there.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
Here is Durant. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. It counts. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And that's what he does. KD, a crunch time assassin.
Jackson dishes to George. Takes a three. Batum passes to George. And the three ball is good.
You need guys who can stretch the floor or the offense doesn't flow. Paul George is one of the best at it.
From the arc, on the money.
Kyrie never losing his composure. He is.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For In downtown Portland. Nope. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Reggie Jackson. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubats in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the center, locking down the middle. Now, here's Covington. Pass to Powell. Shot clock at 6. A putback. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Now, when you see the hard-working mentality of Nurkic, I mean, love how assertive he is on the offensive boards.
Passes it to George. Back to Jackson. Nurkic with the steal. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Back to Powell. Three-pointer. Buries it from three-point range.
I mean, look, he's evolved as a passer over the course of his career. Get to the right spot, McCollum will find you.
Jackson kicks to Zubats. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself. And it's sent back by George. Kicks it out to Leonard from the baseline. And good. as it just snugs right down through the net.
There you see why you want the ball in Jackson's hands as much as possible. He can clearly set the table.
Lillard outside. It's McCollum on the wing. Knocked loose. Leonard looking around. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Leonard's got his second bucket of the night.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Now here's Lillard. Out to the wing. Pulls up from the corner. Nice jump shot. Good.
But Lillard is always going to be aggressive on offense as he looks to catch the defense off guard.
George against McCollum. Zubac trying to break loose. Yep, it counts.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of danger.
Right here. Lillard outside. Here's Powell. He kicks to Nurkic. Outside Leonard. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Leonard's got his third basket of the night right there. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got two terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
For the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Carmelo Anthony in for Robert Covington. The Clippers also changing it up. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson.
As crafty as they come. George has lots of experience when it comes to mixing up defenders.
For the Trailblazers, Derek Jones comes in for Norman Powell, and it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. And the Clippers with a change here too. Kennard's checked in. Now here's McCollum, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. There's the dish to Jones. Here's Simons. And it's off from three-point range. It's his first trip to the line. Free throw good. Nicholas Batum.
Now a veteran in this league, Batum does a little bit of everything, including offer guidance and support for his younger teammates.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Beverly's checked in.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
McCollum outside. Stolen by Beverly. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Cousins. Batum finds Cousins. Great positioning on the putback.
I just love the aggressive attitude of Batum, especially how hard he hits the boards.
Here's Simons. "16 seconds left to play in the first quarter. 5 on the clock. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. The three from McCollum. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Now Kennard. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And we reach the end of the first quarter. The Clippers on top. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon the...
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Portland, Anthony out there with Ennis Cantor. Then there's Derek Jones. Then there's McCollum, and it's Simons in at the point guard position.
And with a bigger role, Kennard continues to blossom, an efficient, intelligent scorer who plays to his strengths.
And foul up. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Beverly after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Here's Oturu, covered by Anthony. Oturu's shot is off. Trailblazers trail by 5. Here's McCollum. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. McCollum's got his first 2 points of the night.
What a dead-eye McCollum is from that range. Such a tremendous feel for the mid-range jumper.
Beverly with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. Count that one.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
McCollum deciding where to go with it.
I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers, oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
Here's Oturu. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Oturu's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers. McCollum with the ball. Pass to Simons. Back to McCollum. Takes the 3. Sinks the triple. McCollum's got 5 now.
He's a volume 3-point shooter. McCollum looks to take this shot often for this very reason.
Now here's Beverly. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Powell, he's checked in for McCollum. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Jackson's got the ball, and Morris throws it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Now here's Lillard. And here's Nurkic. 17-foot shot on the way. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And whether he's creating for himself or spotting up, Lillard's jumper is whizzing.
Outside Leonard. The pass to Zubats. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And the Clippers lead by 6.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Lillard, the pass to Jones. Zubats against Nurkic. Kicks it out to Jones. The Trailblazers rebound. Lillard from outside. Doesn't go for him.
and close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Zubac trying to break loose. And Leonard gets it to go.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Lillard scanning the floor. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Reggie Jackson.
So crafty when driving to the rim. Whether it's scoring or getting to the line, Lillard simply makes the play.
Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Jones. And a switch here also for the Clippers. George is checked in. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Jackson. Off with the layup.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
And arguably the game's most...
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the 1st quarter. At the end of one, they were able to end. That's all for now.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Morris in at the 4 spot. Now here's Leonard. Passes to George. Over McCollum. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Launches it. He can't hit that time. And the Clippers will come the other way. Jackson kicks to Zubac. Leonard attacking. Outside for George. Lays it up and banks it in. George has got the lead up to 8 now for Los Angeles. Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many of the guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Powell finds Lillard. And here's McCollum. Lillard outside. Pass to Nurkic. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good.
It's still early, but a 1-for-4 start to the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. If they've got a can't-miss play, now's the time to break the glass and pull it out.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Lillard. That shot off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change. And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Clippers have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Catching up on the changes for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
Trailblazers trail by 9. Puts up a 3. Tries again, and it's good on the way in. Anthony's got 6.
Straight up effort gets him those points. That's what it's all about on the offensive glass.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. He clearly has something left to offer.
Yeah, easy call.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And last year, excellent at the free throw line, just a shade under 90%.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. And there's the pass to Powell. Stolen by Beverly. 1:02 left to play in the 3rd. Pass to Oturu. Here's Mann. 6 on the shot clock. Passes it to Cousins. Los Angeles with another miss. Trailblazers trail by 9. He lobs it up.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Here's Beverly. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Kennard, the pass to Cousins. Nice move. And it's good on the layup. And the Clippers lead by 9.
That's where Cousins is most dangerous, and letting him go to work inside is something they're always trying to make happen.
Here's Simons. Pass to Anthony. Oturu with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Cousins. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Clippers lead by 9. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Here's George. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Enes Kanter is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Anthony in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Now, here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Lillard from outside. And a wide open look for McCollum. A 3-pointer, no good. Clippers leading by 11. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
And this is why you get George the ball there. He's solid at figuring out how to capitalize.
Lillard against Beverly. Covington dishes to Lillard. Stolen by Zubac. A few possessions into the 4th quarter, just over a minute played. Beverly, the pass to Zubac. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
McCollum finds Lillard. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Man, when you're playing from behind, that's the last thing you want to do. Make matters worse.
And Portland making a change here. Nurkic is checked in. And then for the Clippers, Morris is checked in for Batum. Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Outside for George. Clock at 6, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. The pass to Nurkic. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
He creates so much offense. I mean, Lillard puts intense pressure on the defense to react.
Now Jackson. Morris kicks to Jackson. From deep three-point range, rebounded by McCollum. Trailblazers trail by 13. Covington passes to Nurkic. Back to Covington. Lillard from outside. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got 6 rebounds in the game. Leonard on the wing. Back to Jackson. Clippers moving the ball around. Inside. Here's Morris. But they recover it. Zubac kicks to George. Does not score for only the second time in 7 shots this game. Oh, Covington in position. Anthony dishes to Lillard. Over Jackson. Nurkic. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Now, here's George. 1:24 left in the fourth quarter. Leonard, that's for 2. And the shot is long. Trailblazers trail by 11. Back to Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. Anthony right side. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Clippers.
They made more foul shots, and that was the difference.
That was a big advantage. The other team was defending with their hands instead of moving their feet, and they handed them a lot of easy points at the line.
Norman Powell's checked in for Portland.
Lillard is phenomenal at penetrating to the bucket with his speed, athleticism, difficult to slow down.
McCollum against George. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, the game got away from them, but hopefully they've learned some things, and hopefully they'll be able to make some adjustments next time.
Now here's Covington, and he gets the bucket.
And it's clear Covington isn't bashful. He welcomes any opportunity he gets to score inside.
Well, for the Clippers, they can just run out the clock. Here's Jackson, passes it to Zubac. Outside, George. From 12 feet out, and he knocks down the jumper.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the Blazers couldn't have looked any sharper as they came through. Looking now at the lineup for both teams tonight, some names out of action.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
So the Nets starting five. Durant is out there with Jordan. Then there's Harris. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Harden in at the one spot. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the five, home in the paint. Powell finds McCollum, and the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. And both these teams rely on low post offense, Doris, in a size-on-size matchup. What can make the difference?
Well, smart passing is one of the keys, Kevin. You have to be able to enter the ball into the low post in a way that puts that big in a position to score it. The ball's got to be moving. Can you get it side to side and get the ball inside at the appropriate time?
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. After the basket by Brooklyn, Lillard attacking. One up, one down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Now here's Harden. Outside Irving. Fires from deep. Lillard with the rebound. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Harden against Lillard. Lobs it up for Jordan. No good on that one.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Stolen by McCollum. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
This is Powell at his best. In attack mode, he is hard to stop.
The Nets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today.
Well, Norman Powell, these last several seasons, has turned himself into a knockdown shooter. And obviously last season, much more involved on the offensive end. And that, to me, was his best performance to date.
Harris. And he can't stop the run as he misses. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. The shot by Lillard wide open. Offline with his three.
That was their first miss of the game. 4 for 5 right now. What a good start.
And with Powell, they rely on his shooting to open things up for everyone else.
Yeah, and for Norman Powell, he knows what he's about and welcomes that role. This is a guy who understands how to relocate in the midst of plays to create separation from defenders. He's always ready in catch-and-shoot situations.
Here's Irving. Portland making their last shot. Lobs it up for Jordan. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Well, we've seen this 1 or 2 times, have we not? DeAndre Jordan, finishing end of the alley-oop. Nice.
And it's Lillard missing.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Basket counts.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Lillard. James Harden picking up that last basket.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Bucket is good.
Boy, nice job by Joe Harris to sprint the floor and finish. That is beautiful.
The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Now here's Powell. He's got 8. He's looking for Lillard and finds him. It's good.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. Trailing by 2. And the rebound by Nurkic. Trailblazers have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Powell for 3, and the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
I'm not sure what he thought he could get away with there. Pretty clear over the back.
Yeah, easy call for the officials. Sometimes I think you can reach over without making contact, but that was not one of those times.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Anthony, the pass to McCollum. From the line. Rebound, Brooklyn. KD looking around. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Jones, no one around him. Portland, no good that time either. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping him.
I think in the past, anytime I got...
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at the Trail Blazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
We've got C.J. McCollum. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the guard position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. And Griffin sends it back. Here's Durant. Green up on top. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Lays it up off the glass.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And here's McCollum for three. And no good. The Nets go the other way with it. It's tipped. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
Extremely fortunate they didn't lose the ball there.
Norman Powell's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And the Nets also making a change. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Kevin Durant. A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Now here's Jones following the miss by Kyrie Irving. Portland no good that time either.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Simons surveying the D. He dishes it to Powell. Bangs home the trifecta. Powell's got 11 points.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Irving passes to Griffin. Back to Irving. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Simons. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now here is Irving. Pass to Claxton. Back to Irving. 6 to shoot. He feeds it to Griffin. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Griffin has battled knee injuries during his career, but his persistence is incredible. Still a nightly double-double threat.
For the Trailblazers, Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Jones. And it's Damian Lillard in for Anthony Simons. Joe Harris is checked in for the Nets. James Harden comes in for Irving.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And the first one drops. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Nets. And he makes both free throws.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Lillard. Nurkic. It's good on the putback.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Nets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Lillard against Harden. 3-pointer. Here's Covington. The shot missing. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. To the inside. And it's Jordan. That time on the assist by Brown. 8 points for Jordan.
When you think that this guy was so raw and so skinny coming into the league, now DeAndre Jordan rushing off these challenges with ease.
Rejected by Harris. It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stuff.
And just like you'd want to see assertive basketball.
He threw that one down, Greg, so hard you could feel the strength over here. Here's Nurkic, and he banks in the layup.
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere on the court. But when you're 280, his skills probably better utilized inside.
Now, here is Harden. And the pass to Claxton. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
Harden outside. 2 on the clock. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. Their biggest deficit was 6 points in the opening period. And that does it for our halftime show.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And Portland has possession. A 2-point game, setting the floor for the Nets. We've got DeAndre Jordan. Harris is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden, and it's Irving in at the 2. Back to Nurkic. And Jordan sends it back.
Boy, the wingspan of DeAndre Jordan. This guy sends it back with a message.
Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Lillard against Harden. Lillard, right side. Nets leading by 5. To the paint, Covington with the steal. Powell, no one around him. No good from outside.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
Passes it to McCollum for the 3. They get the rebound.
Not a terrific start here in the second half. 4 attempts, nothing to show for it.
So for the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Jones comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. And the Nets also making a change. Green is checked in for Jordan.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Hart still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
Pass to Jones. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation, or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Harris. And here's Griffin. And Jones pulls it down. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Portland. Trailing by 2. And it's Simons missing. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. It's tipped. It's stolen by Jones. Here's McCollum. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Irving can't get it to go. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half.
And how about this stat? Over the course of Robert Covington's career, over 60% of his shots coming from long range.
And Greg, the prototypical 3-and-D guy, you almost want to reverse it because defense has been the pivot point for Robert Covington's emergence as a player in this league.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
And a staple of Harden's attack. Sometimes it seems he's better finishing through contact on the drive.
Anthony's checked in for Portland. Then for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton comes in for Jeff Green. And it's Brown in for Irving. McCollum against Brown. Now here's McCollum. Defense is right there. Cantor kicks to McCollum. Goes back up. It's hauled in by Claxton. The Nets with the lead. Durant down low. Working on Jones. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Brown.
Well, Kevin Durant has an ability to put the ball on the deck and finish off the drive. Prime example there.
Here's Simons, guarded by Harden. Here's Anthony. Offensive rebound. That one's not going to go. Nets leading by 4. Harden trying to get open. Banked in off the glass. KD's got 4 points in the quarter.
Absolutely no mercy right now from Kevin Durant in transition. Those long strides, that's an easy bucket.
The feed to Cantor. Griffin with the steal. Brown kicks to KD. Brown the pass to Claxton. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's the 3. Brown dishes to Durant. That one drops for him. KD's got the lead up to 8 now for Brooklyn.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Simons the pass to Cantor. And nothing is falling for him right now.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
The free throw drops for Griffin. Now Lillard. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
And powering it home. He ends a 12-0 run by the Nets.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take.
And just very little chance of that pass finding the target from that distance.
Lillard from deep three-point land. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Brooklyn in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And don't go away. We'll be right back. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Brooklyn leading by 9. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for the Trailblazers, Damian Lillard out there with Powell. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Anthony in at the 3 slot.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Lillard. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Major props to Lillard there. Terrific focus to get hit on that shot and still deliver.
Harden surveying the D. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Harden against Lillard. Nurkic trying to get open. That one's good, and the Brooklyn Leaders get down to 9 in the bucket from Lillard.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Harden against Powell. Clock at 6. James Harden again. Harden's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Lillard against Harden. 16 feet away. Anthony finds Powell. Here's Kanter. Lillard from outside. Offensive rebound. Nurkic. And it's Lillard again missing.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
For the Trailblazers, Robert Covington comes in for Enes Kanter. And McCollum subbed in for Anthony. Green, he's checked in for Brooklyn. It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stuff.
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
That one from long range. Lillard's got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Harden the pass to Irving. The dish to Jordan. Back to Irving. To the middle. He's looking for Jordan and finds him for 3. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And the shot goes in. McCollum's got it back down to within single digits for the Trailblazers.
And give McCollum credit. It's big for his confidence when he's able to muscle these shots in.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It goes on C.J. McCollum. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 9. The Nets making a switch here. Griffin's checked in.
Well, an NBA champion. That's what we can say about Kyrie Irving. This guy embraces the challenges and loves the spotlight.
3-pointer Lillard. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. First free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line. Trailblazers trail by 12. Lillard outside. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. And the rejection by Harden. Here's Irving. Jordan kicks to Harris. In the corner, Irving with it. 5 to shoot. Harden has a wide open look. Off target from 3-point range. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Brooklyn.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for James Harden.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
And he can score from all over the court, but Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area, but sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
From deep, Harden. And it's Portland with the rebound. It's McCollum with the drive. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
I mean, call him a combo guard to whatever. McCollum is a scorer first and foremost. And when he puts it on the deck, young fellas.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The Borough of Brooklyn. Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K. Both teams tonight dealing with some injury. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
And the Clippers starting five. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2. And for the Nets, Harris is out there with Durant. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Irving. And it's Harden in at the point.
How about Irving showing the great energy there, just refusing to be boxed out?
George passes to Jackson. Back to George. Pass to Jackson. The shot's good on the assist by George. Greg, in terms of personnel, not exactly the matchups we were expecting to see tonight.
You know, Kev, with all the injuries and some guys now having to step into unfamiliar roles, in some ways that makes tonight all the more intriguing to see which guys are going to step up and deliver.
Yeah, Jordan is aggressive as a rebounder. He uses his massive body, athleticism, and long arms to wreak havoc on the glass.
Jackson dishes to Morris. Pass to Leonard. Now Zubac, 11 feet away. That one good for 2.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Harden outside. And the rejection by Zubac. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Here's Leonard. The offensive rebound. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game.
Tell you what, this is what Irving can do now. He'll leak out and then make the right read in transition.
Jackson looking around. Irving against George. Over Irving. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now, here's George. And Durant sends it back.
KD's defense has really taken a huge step forward. I mean, excellent at blocking shots now, and he's a better help defender. Man, he's putting that reach to good use on the defensive end.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubats. Batum comes in for Morris. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson. Nets leading by 4. And Irving gets it to go on the assist by Harden. Irving's got 8 points.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Rondo finds George. Puts it up from 12. 2 points. That one goes.
And this is one of George's main strengths, a phenomenal mid-range scorer.
A shot by Harden. Wide open. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring. And Clark, although he's not the force he once was on the floor, Rajon Rondo still can give you strong minutes in bursts.
Greg, I tell you what, I love watching this guy work. I know his double-digit assist days are long in his rearview mirror, but this dude still knows how to run a team, and he is ideal for leading your second unit because he's an orchestrator, a facilitator, a playmaker, and guys love playing with him. You can just feel how guys enjoy playing with Rondo running the show. You know, overall now, in terms of defensive strategy, sending Jordan to the line is not as effective as it used to be. He's improved as a free throw shooter.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Nets.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jeff Green is checked in for Joe Harris. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. Beverly against Jordan. Now the pass to Cousins. Back to Beverly. He can't get it to go. The Nets go the other way with it. Irving drives in all alone. Rebound by the Clippers. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Batum. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Boy, that's big-time concentration from Batum. Able to battle his way through contact and still get the finish.
Durant in the corner. That three off the mark. Clippers trail by 3. Kennard for 3. Offensive rebound. Cousins on the follow.
Cousins doing a nice job using that big body of his to get another possession for his team.
Brown feeling out a bit. Over Kennard. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for Brooklyn. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverly about his throwback style.
Old school basketball, you know, and it's fun.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Nets. Kyrie Irving is out there with Brown. And it's Green, then there's Griffin, and it's KD in at the small forward. Now here's Beverly. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And stolen by Irving. In transition, here come the Nets. Griffin leading the charge. Beverly against Irving. Releases from 15. Man with the rebound. Clippers trail by 6. Kennard, the pass to Man. No good with the triple. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Green inside. Basket good. Green's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nets.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
Here's Mann. And he drops it in from the low post. Mann's got his first bucket of the night.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Irving surveying the floor. Drills the three-pointer. Irving's got 15.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
Beverly against Irving. Knocked away. Kennard kicks to Beverly. Here's Cousins. And it's Griffin with the rebound.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
Nice effort anyway to change his shot and get around the defender maybe next time.
Throws it up high. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there, Green?
Oh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way.
Well, you know, on some nights, Irving's just unguardable, and that's when you just keep letting him do his thing.
1:36 left in the first half. Here's Cousins. Lets the three fly. Offensive rebound. Oturu misses the layup. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Feeds to Brown. He gets that one. And it's a 9-point Nets lead.
That's one of the areas he's really improved. Durant's passing abilities have grown as his years in the league have grown.
Everly with the ball. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Kennard. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Jordan, he's checked in for Griffin. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Jeff Green. Harris has checked in for Kevin Durant. And James Harden has subbed in for Brown. And here's Harris from the arc. That shot, no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Leonard attacking, and the layup's good off the glass.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Nets leading by 7. Harden with it. Guarded now by Morris. Pass to Claxton. Back to Harden. The feed to Jordan. And the rejection by Zubac. And he gets it back. Jordan with the bucket. 19 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Harris against George. He feeds it to Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Leonard's got 4 points this quarter.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
It's Harden with the drive, and that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the... All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny Jet. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He ended up with 17 points, 2 steals, and 1 rebound. And that...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Jackson, and it's George in at the shooting guard.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of him.
Harden outside. And there it is for him.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one. And it's kind of the running joke when you think of James Harden, often maligned for his lack of effort defensively. But quite honestly, I thought he improved a great deal a season ago.
And, you know, Greg, I observed the same thing. His overall commitment was better. And not just steals and blocks either. I'm just talking about his awareness, his commitment to that end of the floor. It was a focal point. If he continues on that track, I think he's going to make an impact at that end as well.
Irving with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Irving's shot is good.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
Clippers trail by 11. Pass to Zubac. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Here's George. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And that's the activity on the offensive glass they like to see out of Kawhi. When he's in full hustle mode, they're a much stronger team.
Off target at the rim. The Clippers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from George.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now here's Durant. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
Now this is impressive. Durant showing you all of that creativity with that one.
Pulls it from the elbow. And there's Paul George on the assist by Jackson.
You know, the defense has to be better. I mean, you can't give up that look.
Harden outside. And the jam by Harden.
I love when Harden uses that great leaping ability to finish with power.
Clippers trail by 9. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. George against Irving. Zubac, great positioning on the putback.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Harden finds Jordan. Up and in on the layup. Jordan's got 7 points.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Not many empty trips for this group. It seems everything's falling for them this half.
Now here's Jackson. Here's Zubac. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson. Using his poise and vision to make a play.
Here's Harden. And then jammed down as he goes right over Ivica Zubac.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Jackson dishes to Leonard. Brooklyn with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. It's good, and that takes him to 77% shooting this game. 10 for 13.
Give Irving some room to get it off that little floating jump shot of his, and you'll regret it for sure.
Now, here is George. 8 points for him. And it's George finishing it off.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past.
Here is Harden. 8 points for him. Left side, Jordan. On the wing, Harris. He's covered by Leonard. 4 on the shot clock. And foul on the shot. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
At the line of your nets, Kevin Durant. At the line for 2.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Nets lead by 11. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. On out there with Harden. Then there's Harris. And it's Green. And it's Claxton in at the center. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And it's Beverly missing. Brooklyn leading by 11. Here's Harden. Lays it up off the glass. Harden's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Nets. Now here's Beverly. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything. Yeah, the defender all over it.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And so Beverly will bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a 13-point game. There's the pass to Cousins. Now here's Kennard. He kicks it to Beverly. Got a piece of it. Here's Harris. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his third assist on the night. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Brooklyn.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up. And that sends Patrick Beverly to the free throw line. Jeff Green picks one up. Irving's checked in for Bruce Brown.
Man, I tell you, you really have to appreciate how much Beverly hustles. He plays hungry and with an edge. He's skilled, though, on both ends of the floor in addition to that.
Harden looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Nice shot by Rondo.
Rondo has exquisite handles now. He's got every dribble move in the book and even then some. So you can't blink or go to sleep when you're trying to defend him.
Green in the post. Defended by Batum. Great D that time from Batum.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity. And
Kennard wide open. He shoots. Drills it from outside.
Well, you know, Rondo's a multi-time league assist leader. If you're open, he's getting you the rock.
Harden with it, and Batum picks him up defensively.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
Here's Rondo. Passes it to Zubac. The open shot by Kennard. Offensive rebound. It's good on the putback.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Harden scanning the floor. Pass to Claxton. They kick it out to Green. Now Zubac. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Kennard. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Nets leading by 11. Irving passes to Green. Tips it. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Claxton's got 4 points this quarter.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy. Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
Ball's knocked loose.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Brooklyn.
They really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely. Just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys. And looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Kyrie Irving.
Well, I like the ferocity on defense now. He was constantly putting himself in the path of steals and coming up with them, too.
Harden dishes to Harris. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Rondo against Harden. From deep. Here's Green. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. A confident ball ride, David. Thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Basketball. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the center position. And for the Clippers, Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the 2. So the Portland Trail Blazers able to put the first points up on the board. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
C.J. McCollum with the rebound. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Lillard surveying the D. From the corner. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Now George. Pass to Jackson. Zubac trying to break loose.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
Here's Jackson. Outside, George. Over McCollum. Another shot outside for Jackson. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
4 shots, 4 misses, and you can sense a certain frustration building.
McCollum outside. From past the arc. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And that one drops for him.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Now, here's George. Will it go? Here's Zubac. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Great look, but off the mark. Clippers trail by 5. And it's sent back by Lillard. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Pushing it up. Powell kicks to Lillard. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Nurkic can't hit.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
And then Leonard with the dunk.
Like a gazelle cruising down the court, Kawhi's difficult to stay with in transition.
Lillard outside. 1:33 left to play here in the first. McCollum outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Covington, and 2 shots coming up at the line. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Simons following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. Simons surveying the D. Anthony's shot is off. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 1.
Every organization needs team-first guys like Patrick Beverly. That's a terrific pass.
35 seconds left in the first quarter. Simons, the pass to Cantor. It's Powell on the wing. To end the drought, Simons, and the rejection by Cousins.
When DeMarcus Cousins is blocking shots, this defense takes on a whole different attitude.
A reverse. Misses in close.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Clippers ahead as they go on a 10-0 run to end the...
I think it comes from the...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
And they have the guys to do it. Play to your strengths, and they can make up for some of your weaknesses.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Portland, they've got Enes Kanter. Derek Jones is out there with Anthony. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point guard. Jones, the pass to Carmelo. It's deflected. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Here's Simons, defended by Beverly. Back to Anthony. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it.
And this is what Beverly likes. Playing at a high pace, making his presence felt in the open court.
Here's Simons. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Anthony down low. He's guarded by Cousins. Here's Jones. No good on that one. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. hopefully he can stay healthy this go-around.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Simons. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Portland also making some changes. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. McCollum comes in for Norman Powell. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony. Here's George. And Jones pulls it down. Trailblazers trail by 7. McCollum dishes to Lillard. Tipped away. Paul George with the steal. Oh, Morris in position. Stolen by McCollum. And now Jones running the floor. Oh, hammering it in.
Ever the opportunist, McCollum probing for a weakness, finds one and exploits it.
Passes it to Zubac. A minute 50 left in the second quarter. Outside Leonard. Just 5 to shoot.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Morris. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
And Batum kicks to Rondo. No good on the 3. Trailblazers trail by 5. It's Jones on the wing. Off target with his 3.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
George looking around. A step back shot here. And it's good off the back rim and in. And the Clippers lead by 7.
Proving how dangerous he is. Give George these looks and he'll knock him down.
Here's Lillard. Nurkic. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Here's Leonard. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. McCollum with the ball. Sinks the three-pointer. Now just a 2-point Clipper lead.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Jones against Leonard. Now the pass to Zubac. Right side Leonard. Off the mark from 16 feet out. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They were in a 7-point hole at one stage, but it never... Thanks for joining us, folks.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. And it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids. You're right. Here's Nurkic. He feeds it to Lillard. Back to Nurkic. And a wide open look for McCollum. Hits it from three-point range. McCollum's got 6 points.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Jackson against Lillard. Jackson misses. Portland trailing here. Last break. Here come the Trailblazers. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Nurkic. 8 points for him.
Never seems to shy away from playing in attack mode. McCollum likes to keep the pressure on the D.
Left side, Leonard uncovered. And it's rebounded by Covington.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Pass to Lillard. From deep three-point range, that one misses. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Oh, Leonard in position.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Lillard with it. 11 points in the game. Nurkic the pass to McCollum. Lets it go from deep. The Trailblazers rebound. Nurkic kicks to Powell. Lillard from outside. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Powell against Jackson. Here's Leonard. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Covington passes to Powell. Kicks it to McCollum. Here's Nurkic. And he uses the glass on the layup. And now a 4-point Portland lead.
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere on the court. But when you're 280, his skills probably better utilized inside.
Pass to George. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. McCollum's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Lillard finds Covington. In the corner, Powell with it. Lillard outside. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Nurkic. And it's good. 2 points. Nurkic has got 4 points this quarter.
And now they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy fast break baskets.
On the wing, Jackson, covered by Lillard. And Leonard has it in the corner. Nurkic with the block. And he recovers it. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Here's Oturu. Los Angeles with another miss.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Lillard dishes to Powell. Kicks it out to McCollum. Three-pointer, Lillard. Oturu with the rebound. Oturu's got his 6th rebound on the night.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down. Beautiful ball movement, draw and kick. The defense can't catch up.
We've got 22 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Lillard attacking, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And when Lillard sees an opening, he takes full advantage. Skilled at drawing contact.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And Beverly kicks to Cousins. Shoots over Lillard. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Portland with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. On a defensive effort they put on Kawhi Leonard. It's rare to see him have the kind of trouble he's had tonight. And we'll be right back after this. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, they've got Anthony, also Enes Kanter out there, Damian Lillard out there with Derek Jones, and it's Simons in at the 2 spot. Lillard with no one around. A three-pointer, no good.
Man, at what point do you blame the play calling more than the player?
Man. Not going to go that time. Some solid defense from Lillard. And here comes the break. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
Major props to Lillard there. Terrific focus to get hit on that shot and still deliver.
Here's Beverly. Some solid defense from Lillard. Zubac's the pass to Batum. Tries yet again, and it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Zubac.
The tenacity on that interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Passes it to Jones. Here's Simons. And the rejection by Zubac. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Rajon Rondo's checked in for the Clippers. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. McCollum's checked in. Rondo against Lillard. Now here's Rondo. He's tightly guarded. Trailblazers leading by 6. Lobs it up for Anthony. McCollum finds Anthony. Lillard up top. He's covered by Rondo. And the basket by Lillard.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Beverly against McCollum. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Now, here's Lillard. McCollum outside. Rondo against Lillard. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Lillard's got 11 in the second half.
A guy who spaces the floor, but also willing to attack the rim. Lillard has confounded the defense all night.
Kennard's shot is off. Portland leading by 8. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
Here's Kennard. Zubac kicks to Beverly. Kennard against Jones. With the teardrop, and Kennard lays it in. Good.
I love the touch on that floater. Luke Kennard showing off another dimension of his game.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A different look now for Portland. Robert Covington's checked in for Anthony. And it's Powell in for Derek Jones. The pass to Covington. And here is Powell. Leonard with the steal. Here's George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter. And stolen by Cousins.
This has reached desperation time for him.
For them to have a chance, everything has to go right on both ends from this point on.
George with no one around. Got it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Paul George loves these situations. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to deliver.
Here is Lillard. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on DeMarcus Cousins. Norkic checked in for Kansas.
And that tacks another big point onto the league. Great and-one play, showing us now a little bit of that killer instinct.
And here's George for 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And the basket by McCollum.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
But he gets it back.
Wow, another opportunity. Just everything going their way. Pretty much the story of this game.
Cousins finds Morris. Shot clock at 5. And another shot. No good on the layup. So the Trailblazers win it. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.